Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for being here this morning. Thank you for being here this morning.
Let's go, let's go. Oh, let's start this show. King Roman news gonna come right through. Gonna give you that news just like you know he can do. Hot topics in your face, baby. King Roman knows his place, baby. King Roman news.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
6:30 a.m. Eastern time, baby. He's gonna come right on time with the news just for you. Celebrity news, politics, and local news just for you. King Roman news. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Let's go, let's go. Hey, let's start this show. King Roman News, coming just for you. King Roman News, coming just for you. 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. King Roman News, King Roman News. Let's go. Hey, let's start this show. Let's go, let's go. Oh, let's start this show.
Good morning, crew. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Happy 1st of April. Happy April 1st day. Listen, ain't no fool's jokes coming from me. I don't play that game. I stopped that years ago. I don't do no April Fool's joke. Last time somebody did that to me, they joked somebody died. I almost lost it. So I don't play that kind of thing. So ain't no April Fool's jokes coming from me. But I want to say good morning to you all. No, it's different. It's Saturday, but I'm moving our Friday show to today. Because I wanted to talk about some things I saw in the local news. So shout out to the crew, first of all. Thank y'all for being here for me today. And always, thank y'all for showing up for me on Thursday night. And we're gonna talk about that tomorrow, why that meant so much to me. But thank y'all for showing up for me. I really do appreciate it. And we're gonna get into some things. Shout out to the members, yo. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all. We always growing. It's a beautiful thing when you see that green light up and you got a new member to the channel. And shout out to my moderators. Thank y'all for moderating it and holding me down. And if you have not hit that like button, go ahead and give me some love. Give me a little hug. I hope you got your coffee ready. I hope you got your slippers on. You're in a good mood. All that good stuff while we go through some of this crazy stuff that's been going on, all local news today. So hey, go ahead and give me a like. Hit that like button right now. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. Listen, we are growing. I think we're at 3,980 subscribers. On our way to 4K. Shout out to y'all for doing that. Thank y'all so much. And if you want to show me any love anytime, not just on a live, but anytime you randomly feel so, I really do appreciate those cash apps. You can always send it to $, Roman L. Jackson. Everything goes back to the channel and supporting me and what we do here. So thank you so much. And happy Saturday morning and happy 1st of April. All those good things. Hey, y'all. What up? What up, crew? Good morning. Good morning. I hope y'all having a good day. I'm having a good morning. You know why? Because my friend said his dog, when we went to the camping trip, his dog misses Eli. He's like, I think my dog's depressed because he hasn't seen Eli. And I was like, why you say that? He doesn't want to go outside. He's laying down. And I said, that's a fix. You want to come get Eli? He's like, no, I thought you was going to come get. No, but you can come get Eli. You the one with the yard. So he came and got Eli yesterday. Eli's been going yesterday. He's gonna be gone today and tomorrow. I just was like, oh, I can get so much done. I can get so much done. So shout out to you for taking Eli. I hope y'all have a good time and y'all enjoy the weekend. And shout out to the crew. Thank y'all for being here with me this morning while we go through. Hey Tanya, good morning. Shout out to Tanya. Thank you for being the first to drop down. Chill out. I was so hoping that baby was found alive. Oh my God. It's so horrific. And when you really peel back the layers to that story, it's really because another man who can't control his emotional intelligence enough to understand that the relationship is over, sir. It's over. And it's been over for about a month. This woman had moved on. Wait till we get to the story. I'm about to wait till we get to the story. My Chapman. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Brick Girl Haley. Hey, boo. Oxy the 805 Queen, shout out to you. Thank you for getting on the panel and giving us your feedback. And I'm so thank you so much for telling us about your marriage. Now I understand when you drop down in the chat and you say some of the things you say because you come from a place of experience and you know what it means to be in a long relationship and having to endure. So thank you. That meant so much to me too, Oxy. Thank you, Zap. What up, Zap? Another fave of mine. Shout out to Zap. Zap, you always keep me motivated to coming back to my YouTube channel, no matter what the content is. I see your comments. I'm like, let me go. He already talking about something I ain't even wrap my head around it. Let me get down here. So shout out to Zap. I appreciate y'all. Hot spicy tea. There go Marty's. Hey boo. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you too. I really do. So shout out to y'all. So we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the missing 2-year-old who was found. We're going to talk about the Nashville shooting, Audrey Hale, and we got to talk about that from the lens of this is what happens when you tell someone or when you try to restrict someone from being exactly who they are. Mom and dad, Audrey Hale. Yeah, I done did my research. Rainbow House. There's this, we're going to talk about it. It's called the Rainbow House Sexual Misconduct. If you want to Google it right now, baby, that's a case for cases. Then we're going to get into this case, this child care abuse case, okay? This woman somebody had put an anonymous tip that she beats the kids at her daycare, but nobody believed her because she got all the top raves. Well, baby, they took a look at the footage over a 30-day period. She slapped damn near everybody's child, ages 2 months to 13 months. This black woman was on camera, was like, the father wanted to fight. And I said, ain't nobody off this bitch yet. And so now this happened in January. She just now got arrested in March. Now I want y'all to tell me why y'all think it is. I'm not putting nothing on it because I hate when people be like, oh, there you go. Listen, it's the story. I'm telling the story. And then we're gonna get into this story I posted on my community wall about the 19-year-old who shoots his brother after an argument because the brother won 2 basketball games at the YMCA. And there's a story there. This is what happened. No, Roman, you ain't gonna do that. This is a situation where you have a single mom raising 3 men, 18, 20, and 22. And I know from personal experience, when me and my brother would go at it, there's nothing my mom or aunt could say. I'm going off. I'm all at the age I was. And so you have an issue here where it's about physical constraint. And so we're going to get into those stories. And then I have some crazy stories. A woman got stealing bacon. This man, his child support, the special needs exploitation. Naledi Roberts. I don't know if y'all heard about Naledi Roberts. The dumb girl decided to force a 2-year-old baby to smoke weed. Upload the damn video to Snapchat, found her ass arrested. We're going to get into that. And then we're going to close out on a very, very sad story about how a school lost a child at the school. The girl was there the whole fucking time. The substitute didn't realize that was the girl. Don't put out a whole fucking alert. The mom had to come to the school, and the mom went off. And so we're gonna get into all of that. So y'all sit back and let's just talk about what's going on in the news. And thank y'all for being here. And I hope y'all hit that like button. As y'all can see, I'm in a really good mood. Again, my dog is not here. Okay, baby. I was able to do some Netflix and comfortable chilling. Was able to clean my whole place up. I'm going to take my car to get it detailed and washed today. Though it look like it's raining. So I got a nice day planned ahead, but I want us to get into this. So we're going to spend 2 hours on this. I got y'all attention for about 2 hours. Okay. No, thank you. Thank you. And you're always welcome to come up over here anytime you feel like it. Kings Mina, hey boo. What up, Red Wings? Thank you for coming through. Yes, 2 to 13 months. We gonna get into it. My ex lady mama had 2 in 11 months. Wow. Stealing bacon. And baby, I said, damn, y'all couldn't let her go off. She done stole 2 pack of bacon. 2 packs of bacon, made it to her car. And now y'all want to call the police. The man, I said, let her go. Do y'all know the prices of bacon? I mean, I felt so different about the story. I said, at least it wasn't like an appliance or nothing. Bacon? Damn, I wish I'd have been around. I said, girl, how much is the bacon? Don't get another pack if you need it. She probably had to go feed some kids, but we gonna get into it. They made that into something, y'all. So y'all sit back and let's do what we do best. Let's get into local news. All right. So this first story, the missing 2-year-old. Okay, this story is a very, very sad story. We all sort of a lot of us caught the attention of it because we found out that the son, Zaylin Mosley, was found in an alligator's mouth. So let's talk about it. So her name is Pashan, Passion, not Passion, but it's spelled Pashun. Her name is Passion Jeffrey. She's 20 years old. Her and the baby's dad, Thomas Mosley, were together at the conception of the baby. They were together, and during some of the 1 year old time, during the first year of the child's life, they were together. Things got rocky, okay, and what I was reading was that it became a turbulent relationship, and so she, at the behest of her mom, was like, "We need to break it off." So initially, she moved in with her mom, which cut off access from him. Like, you can't come over to my mom's house. Once that died down, she moved to her own place. Okay, so she had been at her own place for about a month. Now, mind you, I didn't read about him coming there or stopping. I didn't see any messages or anything about it. And I got this from a Facebook page where people were dropping comments, and then some of the family were trying to clear the story up. So I don't know if he was harassing her, but she had only been at her place for about a month. Now, last Wednesday, she went to work. Everybody saw her leave to work. The store, CVS, saw her there at her job, right? She was there. And that evening, she went and got her son at 4 p.m. and she went to her apartment. The last time anyone saw her was at 5:20 p.m., which was a neighbor that said they saw her. I saw her going into her apartment with her baby. So then around 8:30 later that evening, now this is all last Wednesday, 8:30 that evening, someone, a neighbor, heard a commotion from her apartment, but didn't hear the police called or anything like that. So when I heard that, I said, oh, so if the neighbor said that if she hears a commotion, she instantly hears the police call, maybe that's an unusual pattern. Maybe she's heard this commotion before at this unit and she's heard the police come. So then it got me to thinking, like, maybe he has come here before and he knows where she is. Maybe this is a pattern, a violent pattern. And so he allegedly, apparently, that's when he arrived on the scene. We don't have any details about how this took place, but what we know was the next day, when she didn't show up for work and work contacted the next best emergency contact, which is her mother. Her mother then reached out to the apartment complex. The apartment complex is then the ones who went into the unit, called the police. They discovered her body. This is the mom, Pashan Jefferson. They discovered her body, and they called it a horrible, a very violent crime scene. She was stabbed multiple times. They're saying upwards of 10 to 12 times stabbed. And so after this, so we have her there. Police find her. That night, though, she got stabbed, which was the day prior. At 9 o'clock, he went to his mom's house. His mom was on recording saying, yes, my son came over here with cuts on his hands and his arm. So now we're talking about Wednesday night. So Thursday, they show up 2:30 and they see her in the bed. That's when they launched their investigation. Now, during this time, his name is Thomas Mosley. He's 21. Now, they haven't released any pictures. We haven't seen anything, but I told you I was over on that nosy Facebook page, snatching shit up. So allegedly, okay, this is the man. Allegedly, okay? Allegedly. So Thursday, he's at his mom's hiding out. He's over at his mom's, and his mom is trying to play like she don't know what's going on. Whatever. Okay. He's really badly hurt. Like he's bleeding profusely with an open wound, meaning, maybe the stab wound, he stabbed himself. So he has to go to the police. He has to go to the hospital. So around the next day, around 9 p.m. on Thursday night, that following day on Thursday night, he checks himself into the hospital, and he stays in the hospital until Friday the next day. And that's when he becomes a suspect. And that's when they go over and arrest him. Now, this is what the neighborhood looked like when they went to arrest him. They said that they held off the whole entire block. It was a total hostage situation, a very sad situation. The mother again act like she didn't know what was going on. That's why we get all of this. I didn't know he did come with those, because she didn't know what was going on. Okay, I can't blame her. She didn't commit the crime. And so they had just moved there about a month ago, and so at that point, they're asking him, when they realize that they got him, they're asking him, where's the son, where's the child, what's going on. He's not saying anything. To this day, he's still not saying anything. He's not giving them nothing. He's lawyered up pretty much. And so they have put out a drone helicopter search of the area. Now, behind this man picture, you can see the area. They have put out footage, police squad cars, divers, everything. And they could not find this young man. And so it was until one of the persons who was a part of the search crew saw an alligator coming up out of a swamp, but it looked like he had something in his mouth. And so they looked over deep, and they said, that's a body. That's a toddler's body. So they started shooting at the alligator, which then prompted the alligator to drop the baby, and it went back into the water, and they collected the baby's body. They were able to identify him as being the 2-year-old Taylor Mosley. Such a ridiculous situation. Taylor Mosley and his mother, Pashawn Jeffrey. First, let me say, rest in peace to both you all, Pashawn and Taylor Mosley. My condolences to your family. This right here should have never happened. I cannot say that she didn't take the right steps, because most of the times we see them where they don't leave the man and they don't have anyone to go to. She had her mom. She went to her mom. She tried. She had a job. I don't know what her missteps were, and frankly, I don't care. At this point, I don't care what her missteps were. But for this man to take his child's life because she wanted to move the fuck on, that is senseless to me. Another person who needs that jail street justice. Like, once you're locked up, buddy, you need to get kicked in your fucking face. This reminds me of the man in the store we talked about this past week. Him strangling his 2-year-old daughter because the woman decided to move on. But this time he took it a step further. In this story, it's the mom and the baby. What is going the fuck on? And I always be thinking, like, is it really a situation where they say it's gonna be your life or you gonna have to be with me? Do you not know how stupid that sounds? So you want them to choose death or to be with you, and then when they're with you, they're miserable. You rather someone be with you miserable than to really know what love feels like? That ain't the way the world works. And yeah, we need a lot of intervention in these communities and these families. We're seeing Black women continuously be killed and at higher rates, but I don't even want to say higher rates, for more and more stupid fucking reasons. I remember a long time ago, I did the story about the man who killed the whole line of family because she didn't want to fucking braid his hair and cook him breakfast. So he took out her, the mother, her sister, all in one row. And now we got this. Yo, there needs to be some serious interventions going on here. And when someone, and I don't know if there was a protective order out on him, because we haven't got those details. I don't know what his criminal history looks like. But if I can poke some holes in this story to tell y'all that there were signs here that they should have had this man either locked up, or if she didn't have a protective order, she should have gotten one. But who knows what that would have done or helped? Because he literally knew where she was, and she had only been there for about a month. And again, it makes me feel like he had been coming over there, fucking with her during this time period, and it just went too far this time. And I pray that she had been calling the police, because the woman said, I didn't hear no sirens, which led me to believe, do you normally hear sirens? Oh, yeah, something happened. Or maybe not. But I don't know. But we're here. Rest in peace. And so now you have a grandmother who has to bury her baby and her grandbaby. What do you say? What do you say? What do you even say, to the siblings, the family? What is the lesson you walk away with here? Love doesn't hurt. Yeah, we know love doesn't hurt. But what do you tell the person who doesn't give a fuck about whether their love hurts you or not? They want you to accept it. What do we do? Because it's getting out of control. And time, and this is no April Fool's joke. This is real shit. Time and time again, we're seeing this. And ladies, any women out there who watching me who know women in situations like this, look at these stories as examples of, if you don't nip this shit in the bud and start watching your steps and documenting this kind of stuff, it really does happen. I know we're always like, that ain't gonna happen to me. That ain't gonna happen to me. Ain't nobody gonna do that to me. And it does. And I don't want nobody to get caught victim to this. If you got right now somebody haggling you, you need to start right now documenting, getting things lined up. Get that extra bank account going. Get that stuff going. I'm serious. Everyone needs an out plan, because I don't want it to become fatal just because of love. I'd rather you be a single mother or a single father than to be in a situation like this. Come on now. And it's so sad, because the little baby and the little girl from our story last week, they don't know what the fuck is going on. They don't know. They just mommy and daddy. And now they're gone. They don't know that they were just merely just an object, a tool used. I could never. Not something coming out of me, not my product. I'm gonna have to find something else. I'm gonna have to flat your tires, there's gotta be something else. We're not gonna keep coming after kids in these fucking relationships. It's sickening, you all. It's really sickening. I raised my two as a single mom, and I got in they ass young to those days. Them ninjas don't test me, man. Okay? How nice. My dog just laying over here killing me with his gas. Oh, Eli and Cheese. Good morning, Doreen is blessed. Good morning, good morning. 16 likes. Can we get some likes? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Y'all shady. I need some hot spicy tea with rum to break this cold I have. Oh, I hope you feel better. It's 65 but rainy here. You do a crime, don't come to my house. I'm turning you in. I don't care if you're my child. Period. Some believe you can just throw a body in the swamps to clear evidence. It's just not that easy. It's really not. It's really not. And I can't wait to see the autopsy of I pray that this child was not harmed any more than what we know of. I pray that this was an accidental drowning. I pray that that's what it is. I pray that it doesn't show signs of this man done strangled his child and stabbed his child. I pray. We got to wait on the autopsy for this. This is ridiculous. Okay. All right. I'm glad you're here. Hey, Rochelle. What's up? What's up? So we're here. He's now been booked. I want y'all to check out this clip. He's now been arrested. He's not speaking. He's not saying anything. Of course he doesn't want to say anything. What you gonna say? It's senseless. So y'all get into this. And make sure y'all hit that like button. Come on now. Don't be trying to show me on the love. Give me some love this morning. We just talking about the news, what's going on in the world. Okay, for being on time.
Alert. It is a heartbreaking update in the search for this missing 2-year-old boy from St. Pete. St. Pete police told us this evening, right around 7:30, that Taylon Mosley's body had been found in the waters of the Dell Holmes Park area. That's in South St. Pete, not far from Lake Maggiore. Crews had been searching for him for 2 days after his mother was found stabbed to death in her home in North St. Pete. The child's father is now charged with both murders. Fox 13's Kylie Jones is live at Dell Holmes Park this evening in St. Pete with a brand new update as well from the chief. Kylie, no words for this one, huh?
Yeah, Mark, just hard to find the words for this. And you could hear in the chief's voice just a couple seconds ago, just a devastating end to this all out search. Some officers still on scene here at Dell Holmes Park tonight. That just goes to show how many hands were really on deck in this search. The police chief saying just a little while ago, the body of little Taylon Mosley was found here in the water in the mouth of an alligator at the park. Now, this 2-day search ended miles from where it first began at Taylon and his mother's apartment. Taylon and his mom, 20-year-old Passion Jeffrey, were last seen Wednesday evening. Passion was found dead in her St. Petersburg apartment yesterday afternoon. The chief tells us she was stabbed multiple times, already saying it was a very violent crime scene. The search for 2-year-old Taylon spanned miles. St. Petersburg police say their investigation led them to the Dell Holmes Park, where they searched all day Friday. Finally, this evening, the police chief says crews spotted an alligator in Lake Magori with what they thought could be Taylon in the gator's mouth.
As the detective got closer, they fired one round to the alligator. The alligator dropped the object that he had in his mouth, and we were able to retrieve Taylon's body intact.
Just very senseless. And so we still gotta see get more information. I really want to know his criminal history. I want to dig into his details. I want to know his background, more of his information. Hey mods, I think we ended up timing out. Doreen is blessed. And it says for about 300 seconds. This is my first time ever seeing something like this. I don't know if it was an accident or not. But Doreen, I think it was an accident. But if anybody can catch that, come back, Doreen. I'm sorry about that. I think that was an accident. So we're here. Now, allegedly, this is the man, 21-year-old Thomas Mosley. We're going to stay tuned to this story. I'm going to keep y'all posted about what's going on here. It's a very sad thing. And it's troubling anytime you got generations of families coming out. I mean, you got the mom and the father at this point in time. Let's see. All right. All right. So let's move on to this next story, y'all. That was a very sad story. Again, rest in peace to the families and my condolences. Now, let's move on to the Nashville shooting. This has been an interesting story. Nashville school shooter was obsessive about former middle school basketball team. So I was like, I want to talk to the crew about it. This is Audrey Hale. But I wanted to talk and be very comprehensive about it. I wanted us to talk about this in a way that we understand sort of the mindset of this person, Audrey Hale, what's going on. So Audrey Hale, 28 years old, right? She went to Covenant School. This was her former middle and high school. This is where she went and she played basketball. She joined the team. But these were during her formative years. So she was at the time, she was really struggling with her identity. And at the time, you know, she would mix and use the words he and she when describing herself. Okay. Now is that an indicator that somebody's transgender or this is a trans? No, it's not. And you can really do damage to a story by doing that. And a lot of police had to come back and, well, we misidentified. Yeah, we know. We kind of know she's a female, and she was actually questioning herself during this period in time frame. And see, that's a part of the story that really won't get told because it doesn't fit the narrative that a transgender male, for lack of better words, transgender male pulled this attack off. No, that wasn't the case. Okay, we didn't even get to the point of her transitioning any of that. So 28 years old, killed 6 people, 3 children, head of school, the substitute teacher, and a custodian, right? So here's the interesting thing about this story, right? She was on the basketball team first before she started the basketball team. We're talking about when she was around 17, 18. So we're talking about 10 plus years ago when she was at Covenant School. Like, I'm not even that obsessive with my own high school. I mean, I stopped going back to my high school around 2011, 2012. It was like, okay, what am I doing this for? I don't know none of these kids. The teacher's different. I don't want to drive all the way over here. But for her, she would come to the school within these time periods. She was really, it was something about when she was during in the high school that she really obsessed over. And we're going to get to that. So when she was in high school, she found a group of girls that she actually could get along with, and they actually bonded with her. And that was the females on the basketball team. And, you know, she would play with them. She grew a real strong fondness to them. She would send them messages. They would have parties and stuff where she wasn't invited to, and she would pop up. And not only would she pop up, she would pop up and be totally out of character, drunk, just off her ass. And so one instance, one of the girls, the one who actually received the message that indicated all of this was going to go off, during that time, she was like, I'm about to go. I don't know what the fuck going on with you. She took Audrey's phone, like, let me call your mom. You need to come get her. But Audrey was like, I'm good. I'm good. Why? I'm good. So Patton, the girl, that's her last name, she left. She was like, I'm not doing this shit. She didn't even leave 2 minutes later when Audrey Hale had sent her a message. Where you going? Come back. These are the signs. Where you going? Come back. And she was like, no, I'm not coming back. So they didn't think nothing of it. They would be on the team playing games, you know, whether they won or lose. They said she had the best spirit on the team. She just felt good. All of that great stuff. Now, her parents during this period of time, they were supportive of her being on the team. They thought it was a great thing, but they just wasn't supportive of her other habits, everything else about her. For one, she liked guns. And her parents felt like, no, you don't, you know, so they told her to sell all her guns. So they thought she sold all her guns, which she did, and she took the money and went and bought some new guns. And that's where we got to today. And so knowing all of this, she from 17 to 28, she in her mind was still thinking about those times she had in high school with her female friends. We're hanging out, you know, we're having fun, we're sisters, that camaraderie. Now she's still questioning her own sexuality. Not questioning, but questioning, you know, transitioning. She's still going through all of that. And when she was like 24, 25, one of the friends had something and she showed up uninvited and was very awkward. But she wanted to be there. And people were like, how the fuck she know? How the hell you invited her? And so everybody went to different schools. She sort of separated. She didn't have any connection to anyone. So it brings us to last year. Back in last year, August 2022, four of now those basketball girls, they still hung out with each other. So two of them were in a car crash and ended up losing their lives. So the girls on the team during that time came together to have a memorial. And she started popping up. Audrey Hale started popping up again. And they were like, how the hell did you tell her? Because when she would pop up, she would have this weird disposition. And see, it's weird to them, but to me, it's like she wants to be accepted and she really wants to say her true self, but it's really hard because she don't know if she's going to be ostracized. So we had that kind of situation. So, you know, that died down. We get to now. So Audrey Hale, sends a message to Patton that says, I'll probably die today. And she sends emojis, heart emojis, and a basketball emoji. And so the girl, Patton, at that moment decides to call 911. Now, y'all check out this 911 call. And I said, wow, I don't know if there needs to be training or if this just, sometimes you just don't believe some shit that's happening. But check out the 911 call from the girl who got the first message that this shit was going to go down. And she was a black girl, too. You did the right thing, honey. Don't be involved.
I'm just trying to tell anybody. I don't want it on my conscience. If somebody can go check on her. Only thing I have is her Instagram.
Okay, unfortunately, we can't send anything up without an address.
I mean, can I give you her Instagram? Can y'all like find her track her that way?
I can send an officer to speak with you and see what he can do, but there's nothing much you can do.
I guess she wanted to send an officer now. And so that was the call. Now you think, I asked myself this morning, I said, Roman, if somebody sent you a message like that and you call 911, your intent is for them to go after the person or figure something out, contact Instagram, do something, not come to speak. There's nothing that I can do for you. But in thinking about law enforcement, they probably don't have nothing to do because there's no protocols in place. There's no procedures in place. I think for certain, if there were other words, hey, I just got a message that somebody's going to blow up the airport. I absolutely think that they would have done something a lot differently, but it wasn't taken that serious. And so we found ourselves here. So she made that first call and it didn't do anything. So around 11 o'clock, Audrey Hale began shooting. So this is the first point of attack. She shoots through the first door as she's beginning to go through the school. Now, she made her way all the way around the school. Around 10:11, she enters the building. 10:25, the police enter on one side. At 10:27, they apprehend her as they exchange fire. And that's where she ends up being shot and killed. And we're here. And so now it's sort of like a sad story, a sad situation. And I asked myself, what were some of the signs? What were some of the ways that this girl was pleading for help? One, not understanding that there are resources. Audrey, post Audrey, there are so many resources and so many 1-800 lines, so many people you could talk to. You need a best friend. They got 1-800 lines for people if you just want somebody to talk to. Yes, they do. And so there's, I think, the lack of understanding that there are resources out here to help you deal with whatever you want to deal with. We don't know if there was a sexual situation that happened to her during her time there. We would never know. But because there was no route out, nobody told her, not even her parents. They're too busy trying to say, girl, you're not going to be gay, you're going to be straight. In a nutshell, they're too busy trying to control her sexuality that it didn't seem like they were pointing her in the right direction. And we got 3 children have lost their lives. They say the kids had scattered out of the school. They had went to the nearest church. And then they said around 4 p.m., that's when all the families went to the hospital and all hell broke loose. That's when people found out that their child. Now, it was only 3 kids, but people were trying to figure out, like, was it my child? Was it my child? Because kids were located to the church. What a graphic and horrific scene. Like, what a horrific thing to be a part of. I felt so bad for them. Police officers are not trained to be psychologists. It's a sad story, but a lot suffer because they feel they're sane. Mental illness and guns never work. That is so sad. They need more training for sure. Doreen, I am so sad. I'm so sorry about that. I'm glad you back. You good over here. Joyce Goodwin, good morning, Bo. Good morning. Yes, sad story. Very sad story. Nadine, good morning. Good morning. It's the water they drink in Florida and the heat. They crazy down there. Miss Gerald, good morning. Why is it always Florida? These folks and migrants to Florida are crazy as fuck. Baby, Florida is whatever. You can't even say tick, tick, boom at it. Okay. But somebody can send a message saying, I'll probably die today. I mean, for me, maybe Instagram should then have a report this message and then they have some escalation process. But there needs to be some fluid process because this is going to be pervasive. We're going to see more and more of this. But I'm glad she called. I'm glad the girl called. So y'all check out the other details of this story. And please hit that like button. I be feeling like I'm begging. Please make sure I hit that like button. Now this is the footage. I don't want to share it. I don't. I looked at it myself. I'm gonna share it on my community wall, but it's the footage of them actually going into the building, and the moment they actually catch her and see her, and she's already laid down on the ground because somebody targeted her. We don't need to see that. We already know it was a graphic scene. If you haven't had any if I didn't give you a good enough description of the scene, it was a really graphic scene. Most of the tables and chairs and desks were thrown down. It was disarray, papers everywhere because kids were running out. And so as she was entering the building, and you can hear the sirens in the building. Maybe I should play it. No, you can hear, And so people were down and out and being escorted out. And when they got to that back part of the building, she was already on the floor. This back part of the building where it says church, she was already back on the floor where they found her. And so my condolences to the families that lost children. My condolences to the family of the head of the school, the substitute teacher, and the custodian. Very senseless attack. And it's also a call to parents and families who have children that are struggling with their sexual identities. This is why it's best for you to talk to them, have conversations with them. Don't talk at them. Don't force them. Because you don't know what you might be contributing to down the road. You know, we all want a normal child. Yeah, but you can't. Normal is subjective, and everyone's normal is different. So you have to make normal as best as you can with the child you have. You know, you could have. It does you no harm to be supportive of your child. It does you no harm. And I don't even have a child, but I'm telling you, it does it. Because when we don't, shit like this happens. And yeah, it's a sad story. And yeah, Audrey Hale was in the wrong. But we're not telling the story from the angle that it needs to be told. This was a clear situation of a female, a 28-year-old female, struggled with her identity for a long period of time. I remember when I was 29. By that time, I've been out the closet. Out the closet, bitch. I was building closets for other people. Okay, you gonna be over there? Okay, all right, cool. So to know that she was still, struggling even at that age, it does attribute to her committing these kind of acts. Is it? Should have happened? No. But this is what happens when we, like the mother in that video I played during our women's panel, where she was telling her son, "You got to get out." You see what I'm saying? You don't know, and he's literally telling you, "Mom, I'm just saying I'm bisexual." He's again someone struggling, not knowing, and you're already there doing the same thing here. This turned out different. We don't want that young man to go do some stuff, and that's why I'm saying we got to be careful. Approach that shit with very much so caution. You want your child to be alive. Approach it like, yo, if I say something, this motherfucker might go take. Yes, absolutely. You don't want nobody telling you that you ain't what you are, or you struggling with something about yourself, and somebody, your parent, your family is telling you, you alright. That is defeated. You feel defeated. You feel helpless. You feel like you can't fight for yourself. You can't. You don't have a voice. You weak. You feel all of those things. And when you get to a point where you feel like you're nothing, then we get shit like this happen. So don't do that. And it's easy for me to say that because I don't have a child, but I would hope that you would be willing to have a conversation first before going off the rails. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So that's Audrey Hale, you all. That's Audrey Hale. Sad story. I wish some of these parents will understand. Just love your children, no matter if you believe they should be gay or straight. Okay, T. Trisha One. Hey, boo. Good morning. And thank you for coming through on the panel. I appreciate your support. Always. Always. Exactly. You're a pet dad, so Eli is your child, okay? I'll be damned. I just have to deal with it. Just have to deal with it. So now let's continue. Let's keep rolling. We rolling. We 42 minutes in. All right. And I hope y'all hit that like button. 43 people here right now. Thank you for being here. Make sure y'all give me a like. So let's get to this rainbow house situation. Baby. So I know y'all probably haven't heard about this because it's fairly new, but it's been uncovered. So there's this it's called the Rainbow House. And it's in Georgia. And so the Rainbow House is basically the place where the court sends children who have been neglected or mistreated in their homes. They send them to this house while the parent has to satisfy, their court requirements. So this home, the majority of the kids there are females. They do have a small population of men, but they have females. And so it's ran by a black woman. Her name is Mia Kimber, and she has employed her son. She had employed her son for a number of years. And her son is a 25-year-old man. I guess y'all know where I'm going with this story. 25-year-old man. And so the son, okay, back in January, had decided to become a little familiar with one of the females. And he had did it in front. No, allegedly. He had did it in front of Mia Kimber, his mom. Now, the mom, thinking that these are 16, 17-year-old girls, he's a 25-year-old man. It's all right. That's a boy. That's a girl. That's all right. So she laughed it off like it ain't nothing. Well, when he saw that, that was the first sign. When he saw that, that was okay. Baby, all hell had broke loose. So he had ended up messing with another female. And so then you have this one female who allegedly he had sexually assaulted. That female told somebody in her family. That family member reported it back to the place. That they didn't know that was the mom though. So when the executive director found out, she got with her other colleague, Monica, and said, what we going to do? How we going to cover this up? So they covered it up by telling the girl, you're lying and you can't be here no more. Bye-bye. Kicked her out. And then to do a deeper cover up, they fired her son saying he did something else wrong. So the dates match up. Did you allege this? We fired him. A week later, they rehired him under another classification. I said, y'all sound like state. Y'all sound like state to state. Oh, I know how all of this works. Look up my real name in Chicago. Okay. I know how all this works. I said, oh, y'all sound like y'all doing state to state. And so, baby, then the lady, after this had went down, the lady who made the report said, how y'all gonna kick my child, my niece out? And ain't nothing happened. So she went to the authorities. The authorities roll up like, well, can we get the footage? Child, they done got him on footage, not just this girl, 3 other girls, all at the hands of his motherfucking mother. And she don't know that her whole career has changed. Lady, you have no career. Then they done got another woman pulled. So now it's 4 people from this one young man, 3 women who all covered this up for this one young man. Do you see the craziness? You got one parent, Audrey Hale, they don't want you to come out the closet. Then you got this parent, it's cool. You see what I say? When normal for people is different, your normal and my normal ain't the same. Because this ain't no, I don't give a fuck, 25, 16, straight to straight, fast girl to, it's wrong. I'm definitely calling wrong. Wrong is wrong. So get into this. So you have on the far right, this is him. This is Caleb Randolph, the 25-year-old. Now, here are all the people dragged into us. Mia Kimber, his mama. Monica Jones. She was the executive director of programming. She's the one who said, we're just going to get rid of her on the merit that she was lying and she's been failing in the program. I said, bitch, ain't you conniving? Then you got Felicia Campbell, who does 2 roles. One, she works there and she's a representative of the Clayton County school system. And she was there as a witness that the girl was lying. I said, y'all really gonna fuck y'all careers up so this nigga can get his rocks off inappropriately, illegally? I would have turned, somebody said they would turn their child. I would have gave you my job where I'm getting grant money to do this. You gonna fuck me over? So the gotcha is, after they started investigating this, right? February, they started investigating it. Baby, they started finding it was more girls. And then girls who had got released, it was more girls. So what got me the most was that they decided not to close this place down. They said that they cleared all of the people who were habitual and complicit, and that most of the other kids decided to go another place. I said, what? Y'all gonna keep this place open? Ain't no way you should be keeping this place open. Just for the mere fact that we don't know if there's other allegations. We don't know if we need to collect evidence. God damn it, we don't know if we need to interview more staff personnel. If those 3 were complicit, I want to know who else worked there. Just like when I told you, the secretary at the office gonna send the black coach the message and say, it's nigga day on Monday, Martin Luther King Day on Monday. Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to go to you. She resigned. Well, who was it supposed to go to? That's where I'm at. You got to pull everybody in to clean and right the wrong. Now this place is still going on. So y'all get into this. I can't believe it. And the mother swore she wasn't gonna get caught. Yeah, we got it. I'm looking at her. I'm like, you one of them, huh? You think you just too good. You ain't gonna get. I'm looking because you know those overly educated. Sometimes I ain't gonna get caught up. You ain't gonna. I got this. I got this. No, you don't. Especially when you bring your family in it, because then you have a carrot hung over your head. Anytime you bring somebody out in your circle into your business, there's a carrot hanging over your head. They know something and you know something. It's just who knows something harder. Well, ma'am, your son The minute you saw him fucking around with a little girl and you let it go, your son already had you by the nuts. No wonder you rehired him. Because all he had to do was go to court and say, yeah, my mom knew. She was there. You wanted that on your record? I'd have turned, he ain't 18, he ain't 17 or 16. Your motherfucking ass would have been in jail so fucking fast at the sake of my professional career. The fuck do you think you are? I be getting upset when I feel like women be coddling these men, these young men. Stop coddling them. Listen, we know better. Every man knows better. They know better one way or another. You know right from wrong. Some people grew up in different circumstances. Some others didn't. Some of us had bad backgrounds growing up. Some of us didn't. That ain't your job once they get to a certain point to continuously coddle them. I'd be damned if my TT or my mom was coddling me. There was a certain point in my life where I was always hitting my auntie up for money and like my mom and them up for money. I'd be damned at 35 years old. I go calling my TT or my auntie for a small. At this point, I call them for investments. There is no way. I don't want to be coddled. So to see them coddling this at your own career, your own job, your own professional stake, your own reputation, that's what you get. And it leads me to believe, ma'am, he's done shit when he was younger that you probably was protecting and coddling that got him to feel a point where he could just do this shit in front of you. Ain't no way I'm going to be a 25-year-old straight man working at my mom's daycare or Rainbow House, second home, touching on the kids in front of her. Yeah, you ain't gonna tell me that that's some shit that you just do one time and you get away with it. No, that ain't. And it gives me that whole macho-ism. It's okay. He a man. You girl, let it go. It's a man. What? I would have been, get your ass, come here. You know how to write your ass up. Oh, yeah. And I got a call. You know you're going to be gone for a couple of days. I'm not playing with you all the fucking way. You better ask somebody. Girl, I called the police on my frat brother. Hell yeah. In a heartbeat. If you're doing something wrong and illegal, hell, I had to. I have no other choice. Because then if I don't, they're gonna say, well, who's the RA on duty? Who didn't handle the situation? Me. Love him to this day. We got over it. Of course he wanted to fight me. Banging on my door, bitch. Fuck you. I can't stand you. You'll be all right. You won't do it next time. But you have to deal with that when you're in a position of authority. Sometimes you gotta bite the bullet to be right. I always say that. I'm gonna bite the bullet to be right on this one. You gotta bite that bullet. And they didn't bite the bullet. So y'all get into this. And I hope y'all hit that like button. Let me see what y'all had to say before we check that out. Okay. Hey TC, listen TC, thank you so much for your presence on the panel. I appreciate you so much. You know you're one of my faves. You know you are. Thank you. You're always welcome over here. It made me feel good when you jumped up. Okay. Thank you. Brother, I moved from the DMV to Boston. These people drive crazy and I beat the shit out of someone with my goalie stick. I get triggered easily in traffic. Oh, we're going to switch into, and Quickies, I got a story for y'all about that. Jay Parrish, hey, and you right. Always love your children. Y'all be safe and be blessed. Have a great weekend. You too. Lord, the son was in hog heaven, a roaster in a hen house. Okay. Good morning. Hey, Bobby. What up, boo? Bobby, another one. Thank you for hitting that panel, babes. I appreciate you and your commentary. You always welcome. And you fit right in. Welcome. They say it, but I don't want to steal nobody saying, but welcome home, boo. And those that left traumatized. Yep. Everyone has different things that trigger an emotionally response. I see a beer commercial, I go buy a beer. I'm triggered to buy beer and drink. Marketing is always about triggering. You know, that's me. When I be walking my dog and I smell weed, I be like, we gonna have to cut this shit short. Or I'll be like, damn, I ain't bring no butt. Or I'm driving past and then weed hit me. I'll be like, I was not even thinking about it. So you're right. I ain't gonna lie. Kurt Vixen, good morning. Good morning. A view is a view. Good morning. Hey, boo. I seen that. I call. Oh, okay, we both listen. A view. I can see it now. Call me a snitch. I'll be on that ass. I'm calling. I'd rather be right than light. You are on point. Okay, TC. Absolutely. We always in good company. Okay. So we're here. Y'all check out this clip of this story. Ain't no way first of all, I'm going to have my child put me in a position where I got to be on the news like this. Ain't no way. You ain't got no respect for me in the first place. You think to do is have my job. So that means I got to get your ass out.
Victims and a new arrest in connection to a sexual misconduct investigation at a Clayton County youth shelter and child advocacy center. That new information comes after police arrested 3 people either accused of molesting a child or covering it up earlier this week.
Fox 5's Tyler Fingert is live at the Clayton County Police Department tonight. Tyler, how long do detectives think this had been going on?
Well, Russ, good evening to you. Clayton County investigators say these disturbing sexual misconduct allegations at a local youth shelter go back about 6 months. Police have arrested 4 people so far, but tell me, more arrests could come. Rainbow House Incorporated in Jonesboro is meant to be a safe place for abused, neglected, and abandoned children. But Clayton County Police paint a different picture, one of sexual misconduct.
I would say this is one of the second worst cases I've seen.
Police accuse Caleb Randolph, who is now a former employee at Rainbow House, of inappropriate sexual conduct with at least 3 children at the facility. Detectives say Randolph's mother, Mia Kimber, who is the facility's executive director, tried to cover up the incident with the help of Monica Jones. Investigators say Randolph was initially fired in January, but was rehired a week and a half later.
We found that their behavior was criminal, greed, unprofessional, negligent, and not in the best interest of the juveniles. It was like watching a Netflix series unfold right before our eyes.
Investigators arrested a 4th employee this week, identified as Felicia Campbell. Detectives say she knew about the abuse, but failed to report it.
Trust was violated.
This father, whose identity we're not revealing, says at least one of his kids lived at Rainbow House in the last year. He says he is shocked and angry that this happened.
I hope that to the fullest extent of the law, they're prosecuted and they're labeled for what they are. To enable a sexual predator is dead wrong.
Detectives say the investigation launched this month after someone called police once they realized their reports weren't being looked into. Investigators say the children at Rainbow House are being relocated.
I would feel that the employees that were involved in the situation were unsafe to be around children, not necessarily that the facility itself was unsafe.
Police say more arrests could come as victims come forward.
Baby. When she said, I feel like the other people at the location are unsafe for children to be around, I instantly felt the same thing too. Instantly. So why y'all still open? I understand that y'all have contracts with the government and all these places. They should be trying to get those children replaced. Put somewhere else. What the hell? That makes no sense to me at all. So we're here. We find ourselves here. Now, speaking along the lines of these child care centers, these centers, we have this child care center, okay? It's just ridiculous. We have this child care center coming to us out of, Irwin County, Georgia, where they have been ranked high of the high. You know, they're the top of the top, and they, you do nothing. They don't do anything wrong. Well, this woman had called because there was an allegation that her child was hit, and so she had called the place to call at the place. They claimed they did an investigation and found no one slapped anybody. None of that is going on. Well, baby, they ended up having to call the police. Like, look, my child has been slapped, and they're not doing nothing about it. They said there's nobody there that did anything, so the police got involved. Police pulled the video footage from the last 30 days. And the lady, I'm talking about, and it wasn't just one kid. It was multiple kids. And we're talking ages 2 months. I'm putting months. 2 months to about 13 months. She just slapping the shit out of him. And there was this one child, his name is Cash, that she ended up slapping one time. She slapped him 7 times across his face. And the mother and father came on the camera. We're going to watch it. Mother and father came on camera, and the father's like, he was so upset. The mother's like, this is a horror movie to watch. And she couldn't believe that it was happening in the facility. They uncovered that not only their child, it was multiple children that this award-winning daycare lady, because she had been rated high. I'm like, how the fuck they rating her high? I guess when she shows up, the kids are quiet. I see why. Nothing happened. Now that happened in January, the first allegation. They didn't arrest her until March. Mind you, they removed her out of the center. She wasn't working in the center anymore after that, pending the investigation, and finally decided to arrest her in March. And so we're here. The family is upset. They feel like they can't, there's nothing else they can do. They're going to get an attorney to see if they have any rights. I said, hell yeah, you got rights. The agency responsible for checking them, absolutely. Because what does your check process look like? Does it not include looking at the video camera footage? There's a reason we have video, not just for safety, bitch, for observation. I mean, there's a whole host of things you can do with the video footage from a camera in the classroom. I've always been pushing for that. And so they're just now, like a horror movie, video of abuse at daycare leaves parents shocked. And it just makes you feel like, damn, you really can't leave your kids nowhere. I mean, you really have to be careful about where you're leaving your children. No one would think that, because a child is not going to say nothing to you. A 2-month-old ain't going to come home like, I got hit. They may show signs of someone touching you. They may like jump back, or you might see some bruising. But let's be honest. The 4-month-old ain't gonna really come out and say, my teacher slapped me, because they're looking at a teacher as, you're an authority figure. You're the person I'm supposed to listen to. So if you're doing it, it must be right. Not always. That's why we need to be talking to our kids. I'll be damned. I know I couldn't have been in a situation like this and watch footage. Because, yeah, I'm going to want to not only put hands on her, but put hands on somebody there. So I hope y'all close. Every day somebody walking in there with a child. Let me tell you, I'm going to be right there. Let me tell you what happened. They in there slapping kids. They already got a teacher arrested for one. I don't know if they're doing arrests. You better be careful. Ma'am, have you heard about them slapping kids? Get the flyer. 1-800-SLAP a kid. I swear to God, I'd be on that ass. Activist. I'd be all over this situation. How many do they have to be vetted or bonded? What you mean in terms of the daycare? Because I think those, are you talking about insurance bonded? Because I think they have to be bonded by insurance company. And when you say vetted, like as an agency that they can use, because I think these were all agencies that were on the list for use by, because they were receiving federal dollars, and that's why the agency came in and checked, like, no, they're fine. Nothing's wrong with them. See, I know I would be going to jail if I saw that. Period. And let me take it one step further. So when they saw the video footage, they called every parent in the next day to watch this footage of their child, right? And each parent had their own reaction. One mom was like, I don't understand. And I said, I'd have politely got my ass up. And you know, the bad thing about it is I don't want to be a bad example. I always be saying that. I always say I don't want to be a bad example. But right is right, wrong is wrong. You're not going to beat the situation by doing the wrong thing, Roman. But I be damned. I be damned if I don't have to do something. I'm going to have to, the retaliation in me don't go away that easy when it comes against vulnerable people. I'm always like, I don't know about that. 2-month-old, oh my, I couldn't imagine slapping a kid of any age. 40 watching, 40 likes. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do. I really do. I do. When I want to see real content, I go to A View is a View. Her channel is calming, Brother King. It's calming as well. Yeah, I'm going to share A View is a View. I'm going to share you out. So make sure y'all check out A View is a View. I'm have to come over there if we can do a screen by screen and let me paint too. Because I'll pull out me a pad and I'll paint side by side with you and we can chat. A View, if you down, I have no problem. That sounds peaceful as hell to me. And you cool too? I would definitely come over there and be painting with you. All right, y'all. So I want y'all to check this out. Again, this may be triggering to some. It's not going to be the whole clip of what you see on the video, the surveillance footage, but you do get to see her slapping the child like she ain't got no damn sense. You slap my child, bitch. I know I'm going to have to slap somebody in your family. Where that hoe live at? What's her last name? Johnson's? Where the Johnsons be at? The fuck? Now, see, but that's not right, and I'm not advocating that, okay?
A South Georgia daycare employee faces more than a dozen counts of child abuse 2 months after video showed her striking a small child.
Investigators say after that first incident, they reviewed more video and saw many more cases of abuse. WALB News 10's Alicia Lewis spoke with the mothers of two babies who they say they watched the video and were horrified.
That's right. When we reported on this back in January, Taylor was accused of abusing one infant. Today, the Irwin County Sheriff's Office confirmed that 5 victims were abused under Taylor's care.
When they called, we walked in, they said that Cash was like the #1 victim. And I was like, what?
That was the reaction from a mother who told me she's traumatized.
Look, y'all, look.
Irwin County Sheriff Ashley Taylor was charged with 14 counts of cruelty to children. Sheriff Young told me their surveillance only went back 30 days from the time that they confiscated it, but he believes there may be more victims before then.
She was originally arrested on the first original count when the report was made, and then after the video footage was reviewed from the hard drive, the other 13 counts she was charged with and arrested last Friday.
The ages of the victims range from 3 months to 13 months. During the investigation, the sheriffs called each of the parents of the reported victims to show them the surveillance video of their child being forcefully hit by Taylor. One parent says her child was beaten 7 times by Taylor.
The first couple videos, he couldn't even stand to watch it. Like, the videos was like a horror movie. Like, it didn't make any type of sense. Like, it was ridiculous. And I never expected that out of them. Like, my kids love the Daycare. It was just horrible.
I spoke with another parent who says she watched the abuse of her 11-month-old baby in 2 different videos.
She is violently shaking the bouncer with her hand and then slaps my baby in the face several times and shoves her passy in her mouth very hard. So if her mouth probably would have been a little wider, it probably would have went down her throat.
According to the Irwin County Sheriff, Taylor was released from jail on bond. Both parents tell me they're in the process of talking with lawyers on what to do next. Alicia Lewis, WALB, your hometown news source.
I'm trying to tell, I really am trying to do a really good job of being a role model right now. But baby, when I tell you, I definitely would have got up out that room and said, okay, so what are we doing? What's next? I've seen enough. 2 seconds in, it's enough. What else are we doing here? Now, okay, you got her. I want her boss. I want everybody else complicit. How she awarded the top awards in this bitch. She around her slapping everybody fucking kids. Y'all got something. I want a report. Bitch, I need a thorough report. I want to know about every fucking time y'all wrote up this bitch was wrote up. Because there's some neglect. Somebody else going to be held accountable for this. I want pain. If that means a bitch can't pay her mortgage and live comfortably like she used to be, that's what I want. And the only way to get that is to get somebody a job. So I need to pull some bitches. I need to get some strings here. I need to muddy some waters. I'd have been all over this shit, all over it. A helpless child. And see, what people don't understand is that little things like violent behavior towards a child at such a young age, it becomes something that they mimic. Then they think it's, then they're doing that because they think when they're angry, they're doing the same thing that was done to them. And now and it gets older and it gets worse. This is early age stuff. You're not finna treat nobody. You're not about to manipulate nobody's child early thinking that this. And it's fucked up if a parent doesn't beat their child at home. Now you beating their child, girl, you'd have had foots in your face. You lucky. Now notice they don't want to release a picture of her at all. No picture of her. Hold up. But I do. But King Roman wants to. Let's show her. Let's show what she looked like. Hey girl. Hey. This is her. Yeah. That's her. Get a good look at her. I hope your career is just shot slapping somebody's child. And on the real street, in real life, you wouldn't be slapping nobody's damn child. Now you just fucked up your own career. You fucked up your own life because you didn't know how to handle your anger. They're babies. You signed up for that job. Fuck wrong with you? You signed up for it. The fuck? So we're here. So she's arrested. Now she's being charged. And so she'll be in jail for a significant period of time, hopefully, because there was more than one child. There was like 7 or 8 babies that she had slapped within the 30 days of footage that they saw. Now, mind you, they don't have no more footage. Now they got to go investigate. Who knows what other children they uncover. And I think the daycare needs to be closed. Ain't none of this, she's removed and they're open. Hell no. I'm sorry you worked here and you may not have been involved, but ma'am, you need to go somewhere else while your name ain't dragged into this, because I'm about to smuddy this fucking waters. I have picket signs all out there. Slap a child. You going to slap a child? Girl, they slap children over there. What you doing? Now let's get into this other story. This is the crazy story I posted on my community wall. Before I do that, let me take me a little break. We done did 4 stories already. Have fun in jail, bitch. Okay. Yeah, she was beat and some more ish. Okay, bless those kids. She looks young. Hey, Karen. Wow, unbelievable. And too young to say anything. Okay, my lady paints, as I've said, but I'm high strung. I listen to Bob Ross to fall asleep. I can paint a wall, but the intricacies of you calms me. Oh, that was so sweet. She should get child abuse charges handed to her for each child. That daycare worker might be sending you an email telling you to take down her photo video like the other lady did. Casey, hey Casey, L good, hey girl, hey. I need to start my day listening while okay, Sally O'Malley, and I appreciate you being here. Pretty chocolate girl, what up, Wayne? How you doing, boo? Good morning to you. Good morning. Baby, I'll tell you, there's never a shortage of crime stories. Like, it's never a shortage. Let me tell you how this all started. It started like this. Do y'all see these X's and stuff? This how many stories I saw, and I said, okay, now Roman, which ones you gonna talk about? So I went from there to this sheet. Like, okay, I selected 6 stories, and then I went from that sheet to writing out my agenda of how I'm gonna do my show today. So it really be a process, and as I'm talking about these stories, it's bringing up the other stories that I didn't cover that y'all have been like, woo. So I'm just gonna run these titles by y'all real quick. We going before we get into the next story. So one story that I didn't have enough time to cover and add into here was this man has been charged for digging up his mom, okay, and living with her for 13 years, sitting on a damn couch in a mummified state. I said, what? Yes, Google it. Man charged with digging up mom's body and living with it for 13 years. I said, damn, y'all gonna charge him now? You might as well just put him and his mom in this. I mean, what? Huh? So we got that. We had, which other one did I not want to talk about? So I didn't want to pull the video up, but this went viral over the weekend. This nurse was walking down the street, and this man had his dogs off the leash. And, I walk my dog off the leash only because my community is recognizable. They all love Eli. Every time I stop, even if they're not outside, Eli stops at their house like they come in. I'm like, they're not there, Eli. They don't see you. So it's different, and it's different. When I go to an unfamiliar street, I quickly leash him up because people don't know. But here, the kids, everybody, it's just like, hey, Eli. Shit, they don't even know my name. Eli? Yeah, I'm Roman. Yeah, that's Eli. Well, this man was walking, but they were 2 big-ass pit bulls. Now, the video is on my King Roman News Twitter. I was going to copy it and bring it, but I was like, this is too much. It don't fit. Child, the pit bulls were sweet. They weren't going to bite him at all. And I'm watching a clip. They weren't going to bite him. They were trained. But he was too scared, and he was like, get your dog, get your dog. So when the man didn't get his dog and was like, come on, he walked past him. The nurse didn't like that. So the nurse jumped at him and pushed him. The man jumped up with his pit bulls like, yo, get off me. And the pit bulls were going to attack him, but the man was like, down. And them dogs got down. And the man continued going on about his business. Now the nurse feeling bad because he done got knocked in the damn face. He go and get into his car and run over the man and the pit bulls. And I was going to show y'all that clip. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, now he's arrested. Now your life has fucking changed because you made a dumb decision. Yeah, I can see if your life was in danger and the pit bulls they were not attacking him. They were the sweetest two babies. You want to see the videos on my King Roman News Twitter channel, look under the likes and you'll see all of what we're talking about today under there as well. But I was going to share that with y'all. I'm like, wow. Let's see another story. Only in Florida, this man was arrested 10 times in a 30-day period, okay, for some of the same shit. He would get out 2 days later, he would do the same thing, which was credit card fraud. Going to buy one of them bank cards, swiping it when there ain't no money on it, taking the merchandise, and they call later, they find out, he get arrested. But because his bond is so low, he's able to get out. So they said they're just gonna keep arresting him. I said, really? You gonna just now if this was somebody, I ain't saying nothing. Y'all go look at it, it's on my page. But if this was another motherfucker, another individual, y'all would have found a way to keep him locked up. But whatever. I wanted to show this so bad for y'all. Did I not get it? This Florida man got arrested because for driving 100 miles per hour with his 3 kids in the back because he was trying to get his girlfriend to her Taco Bell interview. He was swerving in and out of traffic so bad that one car got into an accident. Another car had to pull over from hitting people. So finally the police pulled him over and they asked him what was going on. The woman ends up missing her interview. He gets arrested. The car is pounded. She had to end up calling somebody to come get her and the kids. I said, all of this for an interview for Taco Bell? Now, why you couldn't be on time? I want to go there. The starting of this situation, man. What was y'all going? He didn't know you had what was going on. Y'all was, you know me. I get that. Was there confrontation or argument going on? What was going on? We was going to talk about that. Philadelphia. Philly has been shaking and moving. This man ended up shooting his current girlfriend and her ex-boyfriend at the SEPTA train station over a argument. The argument started between him and her ex-boyfriend, who happened to be at the train stop at the same time as them. She ended up trying to tell him, no, don't bring a gun out. No, no, no. When he pulled his gun out, she ran behind the ex-boyfriend. And when she did that, he was trying to shoot the ex-boyfriend, ends up shooting her and the ex-boyfriend. Now I said, now something in this ain't right. Your girlfriend pull out a gun and your girlfriend run behind her ex-boyfriend and not you. So we was gonna talk about that. I might still bring that story up. What else? And that was a bunch of them. That was it. Everything else we got here. So yeah, it was a lot of shit going on, and I felt like, oh my god, really? Y'all need to cut it out. So I don't care how trained your dog is. Use a leash. My family has had Rottweilers and German Shepherd for years. You never know when they will attack. Hey Tristan, good morning, good morning. Yeah, I don't F with anyone's dogs. I don't know. I say the name. Get your dog away from me, please. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. I'll check them. All right, y'all. So let's get to this other story real quick. So this 19-year-old boy, I put it on my community wall. He ended up getting into an argument with his brother, which turned fatal. Now let's talk about this argument because I think there's something in this. So him and his brother, he's 18. His brother is 22 years old. And so, and the mother has another son. And so these two, now the 18-year-old lives in the house with the mother and the 22-year-old doesn't. Okay. So the 18 and 22-year-old went to go play a basketball game at the local YMCA. Now they weren't on the same teams. And so when the 22-year-old, his team won twice. They won the game twice and the other team lost. So on their way home, the 22-year-old had been taunting his brother. That's why y'all lost. You can't play, nigga. You ain't better than me. All that shit. What older brothers do. And it got worse. When he got home, he continued taunting his brother, continued telling him how much of a you ain't shit, you ain't like me. And so the brother, the 18-year-old, started bucking back. Fuck you, nigga. You ain't shit. You know, you ain't doing what they do. Trying to eat at that core soul. Well, it got bad because the 22-year-old was bucking up. So the 18-year-old went upstairs into the parents' room, got the gun, went downstairs, fired 9 shots at his brother in the kitchen. 9 times in the kitchen. Mom was in the house and everything. She's just yelling, y'all stop that arguing. Cut it out. Cut it out. Not one time did I hear anybody say, tell her 22-year-old, get out. You got to leave. Y'all arguing. Get the fuck out. You can leave right now. So this is calm down. He lives here. You don't. Or I ought to put both of you motherfuckers out. But I can't. None of that went on. Just those two arguing. And she really couldn't do much. She was defenseless. And so he ends up shooting his brother 9 times. He's fatally injured. Called the police at the scene. All because of 2 fucking games. And I have to say this. The 18-year-old was in 10th grade. the 18-year-old was in 10th grade. Now, when I was in 8, I ain't gonna do that. But the 18-year-old was in 10th grade, so I already know there's some issues going on there, which in my mind would be a sign for any parent to say, okay, let me intervene because I know you crazy, and I know how I am, and I know how your brother is. But there was no intervention there, and I can't put all the blame on the mother. Sometimes these are the situations where you do need a father. You do need someone that's going to come through physically and remove motherfuckers from the situation. Get your ass out this house. Then there comes another point about this gun. So the mother had the gun upstairs in her room where everybody knew where it was. That was the issue. And it was loaded, and it wasn't, safety wasn't on the gun. So now you got everyone in the house who knows where the gun is. Everyone knows it's loaded without a safety. And you have a son who's 18 in the 10th grade getting into an argument with his brother, and it's escalating. Mind you, it started when they were returning from the game. Then they got home, and it still continued. Baby, I remember sometimes where me and my brothers used to fight fucking down. Okay? Knots on the side of the eyes, hitting each other with shoes, Nike prints on the chest, knots on the neck, baby, fucking each other up. And each one of the time was because my mother, I remember frankly in my grandmother's house, my mother could not stop. My mother or grandmother could not control us. And we were little jits. But when that testosterone anger hits, baby, we fucking each other up. Now, my auntie with my uncle, they definitely wasn't having it. Now, me and my brother definitely went at it, but it was different. My aunt would, cut that shit, stop that. My uncle was more so, he'll grab you. So, and I'm not saying, and I don't want anyone to think I'm saying being sexist. I'm talking about a single parent household when a woman is raising 3 boys of different ages where it's showing signs of disrespect. I don't care what you're telling me. I don't care you telling me to stop. So, and what you gonna do? When you get at that point, yeah, I definitely think there needs to be some male intervention because he doesn't respect you. You're a whole woman, not only just any woman, you're his mother. You're not supposed to be trying to flex and have constraint for your child. You shouldn't be worrying about going to the gym for your kids. No. There should be some other sort of help curbing that behavior. And if it isn't, that's what you got the law for. And we see now there's one son gone and one son going to jail. And I know he's gonna hate this shit because he's gonna think about all the times where his oldest brother came to his defense, supported him, loved him. But this rash fucking moment changed it all. I could never. I'd rather walk away. First of all, my brothers know I'm not arguing about no fucking basketball game. Okay, you want and the fuck? I'm trying to think about something I would care about. You passed an exam and got a certain license in something. You got your PMP before me. That might be something, but I wouldn't. That's why I got me your dumb ass. You ain't smart. That's why I got my PMP before you. Your dumb. You been in school for how long and you still ain't got one? And I just went and did it and I got it. Nah, you stupid. That wouldn't bother me. I don't know. Maybe I'm older now. Even then, I don't know. But I don't think so. And I truly do feel like the missing piece here was having someone else there to help her with this situation. But now we don't. And we got this man here who's off his brother. Again, 19-year-old in the 10th grade. I ain't trying to throw shade. I'm just trying to be real. Fortunately, I was the baby, so I never felt I could fight my older brother. See me on ice, I'll win. But older men teach. Risa, good morning, boo. Good morning. Spicy. Has everyone hit that like button? Okay. That would not have happened in my parents' house. Rules, period. Okay? Rules. So we're here, and it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. It's another unfortunate situation. Another black child can't even see the rest of his life, and his brother murdered. What a story to tell. What a story to have about your own self. And I know that mother, she's grieving, and she feels bad that there was nothing else she could do. I know one thing. Get them damn guns. Y'all get them guns and lock them up. And don't tell them why. What's the purpose of having a gun in your house and everybody know where it's at? What? Y'all know my whole hallway and place is booby trap. Bitch, you walk through here, start talking shit. I'm just snatching shit. Wow, wow, wow. What's the point of letting people know your safety measures? No, huh? Were we thinking? Ain't no way my child was gonna know. No way my 19-year-old, some say 18, but 19-year-old in the 10th grade would know where my gun is. Not gonna happen. You need to have a level of care and concern about that kind of stuff. Like, no, we're not gonna. What the fuck you need to know where that's at for? But we're here. All right, y'all. So that was some of the crazy stories I wanted to get out here. Now let's get to some of the quickies. Now I told you we're gonna do some quickies, but we're gonna just do quickies local news. Baby. Okay, so I told y'all all the stories that I couldn't tell that I wanted to talk about, and we just went through all those stories. Now here are some of the more crazy ass stories. Like, what is wrong with people? What is wrong with people, crew? I don't understand it. What is wrong with people? So let's just start with stealing bacon. Okay, so this woman was at Dollar General, and she had went into Dollar General, walked into the store, and she had on a big coat, and she had a purse, one of them purses over her arms. So as she's walking in, she's already being targeted by the store manager. They're looking like, what? So she goes and case the bacon. She opens the door. She counts how many packs in there. She closes it. She walks to another aisle, come back. So eventually she grabs 2 packs, sticks it in her bag, and walks out the door. Baby, that store manager ran after her. She jumped in her car, took the bacon out, put it on the seat. He looking in the window, calling 911, got her license plate. Do you know they arrested her? Now, I know I may be incensed. I may be like, wow, Rome, you don't think they should arrest her? Do you know they really arrested this woman for stealing 2 packages of bacon valued at $11? I was just like, okay, all right. You know, right is right, wrong is wrong. I don't think it was worth it at all. At all. Woman faces felony, okay, accused of stealing $11 worth of bacon from Dollar General. I Pennsylvania. And they really had a car chase, pulled this lady over, arrested her. She gonna be arraigned. She was arraigned and released on bail. Now facing felony charges. Crazy. I couldn't believe it. I mean, listen. There are certain things I feel like if people are walking out of the store with, like, damn, that's fucked up. Like, if you stealing a bottle of water, I'd be like, damn, that's fucked up. But bacon, girl, I'll be having the way I buy bacon. I got bacon froze on deck, and I can't even eat it like that no more. It's a contributor to high bacon. And first of all, you know if you getting bacon from Dollar General, so you know it's gonna be that thin Oscar Mayer, not fresh bacon. 2 packs of bacon is $11. Ain't it crazy? Store manager, you was okay, Risa. Thank you. Doing way too fucking much over some bacon, bruh. There's so many other things you could have been doing in that store. Like literally called the police. Then you press charge. He really went forward with it. You could have just got the bacon back and let her go about her day. She didn't even get a chance to fry the fucking bacon. That was just we might as well call that prop bacon. That she just got her own stuff snatched. Bacon, damn, bacon. Bacon, okay. I bought a 12-pack of Sprite the other day, and that hoe was $11. I about fell out because when did that happen? Them things were $3. Yes, they are. Everything is costly. I told you anytime that the old quarter bag of chips is now $1, and I'll be looking at the bag like I'll be telling y'all know this used to be a quarter. Like you can go get 4 bags of chips for $1. I remember leaving high school going to get 4 bags of nacho Doritos after high school, eating them on the bus, and sour cream and onion, barbecue, and Funyuns. Baby. Now, bitch, you mean one for $1? It's not like that no more. What is the world coming to? See-through bacon. Oh, very thin. I hate that thin bacon. When you fry it in the pan, it shrivels up to like this size. It's like, well, girl, you got to put the whole pack in. That's why she bought two. You got to put the whole pack in. Small ass pieces of bacon. Little Debbie's too. Oh, that's right. I used to love a fudge round. Ain't they like I don't know, but like 89 cents now for a fudge round? Get out of here. One of the people in the back. What up? What up? What up? What up? All right, so let's get into this next quickie. Now this shit is funny. So you know how like they always say that a woman will try to get a man by child support. You know, he could be doing right by the child. He could be taking care of the baby. He could be giving her money. But if he fucking another woman, she gonna still want to go get child support on him. Now, I'm not saying that, but I do know that that happens. Well, we have a case where that has happened. And baby, this woman is using it to her advantage. And my question to you all, is this right or is this wrong? Like, I felt a way about this. Y'all let me know how y'all felt. I felt a way about this a lot of ways. First of all, damn, $1,200 a week? The fuck is this? Where you work at? Check this out.
Yeah, where you going? Where you going? 1,200 a week now. It's over. Yep. You wanted to take care of that girl, your little new girlfriend, and her kids. Now, yes. Cause you got me messed up. You got me messed up. I don't care. I don't care. You taking care of other people's kids. I don't care. Yes, because I need all that money. I need it all. I need every penny I can get. Yep. Now you can see your kids once a week instead of seeing them all the time. Whenever you feel like it. Oh well, at least I'm getting paid. Cause you want to be laid up with some other girl. Yeah, you got me messed up. Now, no. Cause that's what you get. You embarrass me. You embarrass me. You embarrassing me. I don't care. They can look all they want. Oh well. I can't believe you, dog. Oh well. Now, yeah, 1,200 a week. Yeah. No, I'm gonna egg this one on. Yep, I'm gonna be buying plenty stuff with that money. You know what I could do with that? Do you know what I could do with that? Yeah. Since you want to be taking care of other people's kids, you ain't gonna be taking care of nobody's kids but mine.
Child, I said, what? First of all, $1,200 a week, one child. That is $4,800 a month, one child. That is a lot of fucking money. And you're sitting there antagonizing him? Now, yeah, she is absolutely in the fucking wrong here. Absolutely in the wrong. Absolutely. There's a difference between putting a person on child support, clearly, because they're not taking care of their kids. This man was taking care of his kids and the new relationship he was in, her kids as well. But she was mad that dick wasn't coming over there no more. And so decided to go to court, take visitation rights, limit it to 1 day a week. And then, 1 day a week. And then say, now you can't see your kids and you got to pay. What kind of dumb shit is that? That to me is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I wish he could send that shit to the mother. I wish he could really go tell. $1,200 a week though? That's a lot of money, Risa. I really wish that he could take that to the court or show something. At least say that my visitation for my kids needs to be increased. That I didn't like that at all, y'all. I don't know. Some Jones in my body was like, oh, really? Man, you could get a snack cake, chips, a can of soda, and some Mikey ice for a whole $1. Stop playing. They are $1. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm over it. I'm over it. Misty Wood Pumpkin, you can't hear me? Can you hear me? Good morning. Good morning, Blue Rain. Good morning. Good morning. Construction worker, I bet. They make really good money. That's wrong. She petty as fuck. Oh, hell no. Take care of your kids with that, okay? There are men who will take care of a whole other family and not take care of their own. It happened to my cousin, and she was married to the man. He did everything to convince the judge he couldn't do it. Childcare is expensive. All respect. Cheating on someone is not cool. Seeing my lady cry when I told her I had an affair still hurts 15 years later. Aw. I'm sure it's for the kids. She's doing hair and nails. Okay? If he not with her, why does she care? He better fight that. And childcare is expensive. Depending on the age, that $1,200 could be daycare. Whew, she should have kept her mouth shut. A spiteful wench, and she hurting the babies. Now the dumb part was her only letting him see their child once a week versus all of the time. Can't stand women like that. That is so true, Risa. I encourage all women to get child support put all in writing. All in writing. Now that's a lot. 1,200 a week. Maybe she read it wrong, and it's 1,200 a month. Okay, maybe I read it wrong too. Yes, thank y'all. Thank y'all for coming through and supporting the channel. I appreciate y'all. You know, we be talking about that real shit. So we're here. I saw that and I said, wow, 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 wow. The next crazy story I want to get into is this. So this lady decided, she works for a school. She decided to take a picture of a special needs child sitting on the toilet doing their due and post it to her Snapchat. And this is why I'm telling y'all this story. What I didn't know about Snapchat. Snapchat has filters on it where it captures images like that and forward it over to its special investigative unit. And baby, it did that. Soon as she snapped this picture and uploaded it to Snapchat to send it out, it went to a database. Baby, not even 24 hours later was the school contacted and her ass was arrested. Okay? Now, she needs to be fucking arrested. Why are you violating somebody's privacy like that? I mean, damn. You get privileged to be a special needs teacher, to be around the most vulnerable of our population, and you go take your cruddy, nasty ass in the bathroom and take a picture of them sitting on the toilet and send it to Snapchat and had nerve enough to say, oh, it was just a joke. Oh, it was just a joke, huh? It was a joke. Well, how funny is it that your ass is arrested? So this happened on February 23rd in Pennsylvania. I keep telling y'all something's going on in Pennsylvania. I don't know what the fuck is going on in Pennsylvania, but something's going on in Pennsylvania. So she was arrested, charged with abuse of a care-dependent person, and released from jail in lieu of $10,000 bond. And I'm just like, here we go. I hope her career is fucked up. Girl, don't let me ever find out that you're working somewhere, because I'm gonna make sure I drop a comment under their Twitter. I always be doing that too. Just letting you know she's an employee. Make no sense. They should have posted her arrest on Snapchat. Okay, for real. That's exactly what she gets. And I'm glad Snapchat got that kind of filter. I didn't even know it. But to tell you the truth, Snapchat is one of the leading social media platforms to help combat child abuse on their platform. They actually work well in hand with the National Child Abuse Hotline Center. They work hand in hand. No shit, because Snapchat is one of those social media platforms where a lot of predators go to snap little kids privately and think that they won't get found. Oh, they watching. I'm actually, to know that, it makes me feel a little bit better. This bitch here, like, damn, what these problems? Violating no child like that. That's what she get. Oh no, why would she do that? Yeah, 1,200 a month sounds more realistic. Okay, I'm for real. That bothered me. I'm like, damn, girl, how y'all? She getting put up there with a lot of folks. Oh wow. Okay, I can only thank goodness my kids are grown these days. It'd be all these chemical links. Okay, because you have to deal with that social media, and kids nowadays, perverts are everywhere. Now, what's next? What's next on our crazy? Okay, Nalita Roberts. So that was something posted to Snapchat, right? That got this bitch snatched, right? So this girl, Nalita Robert, arrested. You want to know why she was arrested? She forced a 2-year-old girl. She's 17 now, mind you. This is Nalita. She forced a 2-year-old girl to smoke a blunt. She literally rolled it, took some, and gave it to the girl. The girl was like, no, moving her lips. And she said, smoke it. She was babysitting this girl for her 16-year-old friend. So the 16-year-old had the 2-year-old. She had the baby at 14. She was off at work. The girl was here. Now, here's another where Snapchat got a bitch. She recorded it on Snapchat and uploaded it to Snapchat. And sure enough, she was contacted, and the police went after her ass and arrested her. And then she tried to deny it. First, when they came to her, they asked her, which was on a Thursday, They went to the place and they asked her, they said, ma'am, are you smoking around the child? Are you making a child smoke? And she said, no, but I did smoke around the child. Then they pull out their handy dandy gadget and show her the video and say, is this you? And is this the child? And then she said, yes. And at that time, she got arrested. They arrested her ass. She was arrested on last Friday. Now everybody's been looking for the video. Even me, my little ass, before the show, I said, that's why I pushed my time. I was really gonna be here at 8. I was looking for this video. I'm like, I want to see her. I want to see how this shit goes down. What do? I want to expose this bitch. It's a miracle how Snapchat is working with these agencies where we can't even see the shit. I mean, it's great. We don't really need to be seeing no child smoke, giving other folks something to do to go viral. But to know that Snapchat again was here to do this, I think that was a wonderful thing. I think it was great. I want to shout them out. You know, I would never knew that bit of information, layer of protection was there. But to know that it is there is really, really good. So this dumb girl uploads it to her Snapchat. She's arrested. She's now facing 5 years. 5 years in motherfucking jail. And a $10,000 fine? No. Hers was $5,000. $5,000 fine. 5 years. Because you want to be funny and let a child smoke. Y'all better be careful about what y'all are uploading to these sites, especially Snapchat. On some real shit. It may be cute to you. It may be funny. It's a joke. But it's not. Niggas getting caught. And I'm all for it. Oh, I'm all for it. Because I don't be uploading dumb shit like that. If I know better, you need to know better. Be careful. Now, here's the thing. Y'all can do all of that. Why y'all ain't getting these motherfuckers who be posting guns and shit up on a videos, and then weeks later we see them committing crimes? We only find out about those images when y'all prosecuting them. We saw this image. Get above that. Get ahead of that. So that was my only backlash. But kudos to Snapchat in those two stories. Now, this next quickie, I really wanted to just save it for you all. Okay, absolutely, that dry ass wig, her and that wig need to go to rehab and get some help. Period. Lord have mercy. My little nephews have 3 or 4 baby mamas that don't do Snap for them. I will tell the sister to take my nephews for child support. No, hell no. Not at all. The cops would be picking me up if that was my child. What the fuck wrong with these kids? Okay. Period. Ain't got no forehead with all that baby hairs. Okay. So now this next quickie. This woman, okay, she had been at work all day long, right? And she had dropped her daughter off to school. So she dropped her daughter off to school, then she go do her shift. Well, she had got a message at her job like, your daughter isn't here. She never showed up for school. Now the woman in her mind like, no, she never showed up. What the fuck you mean she never showed up? I dropped her off. What are we doing? Now, they didn't call her. They're texting. That's some new shit to me, where the school is communicating with parents through text. Bitch, if my child go missing, you better run outside with a sign. What the fuck you texting me? I want kites. I want balloons, a bullhorn. So she gets them texting. So she's irate. So she's trying to figure out what's going on. So finally, she gets a hold of someone at the school, the attendance office. And the attendance office is like, yeah, we don't have no record of your child being here today. Homeroom said they didn't see her in there. Come to find out, homeroom had a motherfucking substitute teacher. Y'all subs and not being prepared for your shift, for your day, y'all pissing me off. The more and more I read this shit, the more it's like, how you don't know? So the substitute teacher called the girl's name. The girl, under her breath, just marked her absent. Now everyone in the class know who the girl is. And so instead of saying, is she here? I can't see her. No, just marked her absent. So everyone thinks that this girl is not there. So imagine the parent. The mom is like, what? So she ends her shift. Now we don't know, because she makes it a point to say, I had to get off my shift. I don't know how hard that could have been. She could have been going through things at her job where they already saying like, man, we're going to let you go if something else happened. Or she could have just been the only one there. She had to come off, go handle this. So it ended up, she had to text and ask the other kids around the school, is my daughter there? Do y'all see her? Come to find out, she been there the whole day, sitting in the damn classroom. So this lady is pissed at this point. Now I missed a shift of work. I don't know what trouble, because she made a point saying I missed work. She missed work for inapt of the school. So I'm gonna take it one step further. So that whole following week, she had been trying to call the fucking school. Even that day, she'd been trying to call the board, call them. Yo, y'all got to do something. This shit pissed me off. Y'all got to do something. The board is like not calling her back, not responding to her. So they had a board meeting, and the board meeting was about students who are being discriminated against, racism in their schools. And it was really hype because a lot of the allegations came towards the board. And so the board was like, okay, we're going to shut this down. We're not dealing with this no more. Well, that mom, she come rolling her ass up. Hold up. I got something to say. And this bitch on the board is just like slamming her gavel. I'm not going to talk. Blah, blah, blah. And just look at what the community does. Look what everybody else does to get her message heard. That, ma'am, this was not right. I had to go this whole day figuring out what was going on with my child to come to find out she's been there. What kind of shit is that? And then my child is a victim at her school of racism. While we talking about it, then all of a sudden the lady's like, I guess I can meet with you after this. I said, y'all niggas always got to be exposed for y'all to do some right shit. So crew, please check this clip out. And the reason I really want y'all to check this clip out is because sometimes y'all may be called, or the flag may be raised about some behavior of your child, or do your due diligence. Track down and find out for sure. It may be right. Your child might have done this or might did that. But sometimes, and what we're learning, a lot of these errors and mistakes is twofold. Yeah, my child might not, but y'all didn't respond well. You don't do that. First of all, you ain't telling me my child in that school in a text message. Bitch, you got to call me because of course I got questions. What you think? Yeah, your child didn't show up. All right, well, I'll talk to you later. Huh? Hello? No, it don't go down like that. And they really was trying to get out of it. So I'm shouting this lady out. I felt like she did a wonderful job. She, they tried to shut her up. She tried to be as articulate as possible. Girl, if I was there, I'd have stood up behind you like everybody else that woman did and gave you my praise. So y'all check this out. And crew, make sure y'all hit that like button for me though. I appreciate it.
Absolutely didn't, because nobody was present to greet me when I arrived. So I had to find the card after the crowd scattered. But I would like to speak today.
Give her 3.
Okay, madam,
You can give me 3
you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome to come to our meeting next month. But
well, let me tell you something. They lost my daughter today. I'm not coming back. I'm not coming back next month. I'm coming now. 3 minutes, because I've contacted and I've been in contact with the board several times.
this meeting is adjourned.
Keep talking, ma'am.
Like seriously, my daughter was lost. I got a message from a teacher that told me at 9 a.m. this morning my daughter was lost. No urgency. No, I'm not gonna come back.
Y'all adjourned. Y'all can leave if y'all want.
I have been calling. Who is Dr. Myers? Who is Dr. Myers? Who is Dr. Myers?
Escalate this. Let her go.
Seriously.
Please, with all due respect.
Or
With
y'all-
all due respect.
Y'all
please let her
adjourned?
Speak. Do not do this.
Y'all adjourned.
Let
Y'all
her
can leave if
speak.
y'all want.
With all due respect, we have booths down here in the state of Texas. I'm asking you to let her speak.
Can I make a comment, please?
Sure.
Let her
President,
speak.
Please
let her speak.
If you'll let me speak, I'll tell you what I'm willing to do as a trustee. I'm willing to sit here and listen to you. She has officially adjourned the meeting. Everybody can choose to leave if they want to. I'm choosing to stay here to listen to you.
I appreciate it, Emily. I really do. Because I've been calling. I've been in this district for 8 years. I moved here as a single mother to find better for my kids, okay? I have fought nail and tooth. Not want to be heard from for people like her. You understand? My kids have been, I'm sorry?
I would be more than happy to meet with you after the meeting.
Oh, now you want to meet?
Shut the fuck up. But I still want to address my concerns freely because, like I said, my daughter was in school today, and I got a call. I got a message from a teacher telling me that my student was lost. Lack of communication, lack of wanting to work together. I put up with the runaround for 8 long years. There should be no more of that. Racial slurs. My daughter is a student at Dubisky. You understand me? Do you know what it was like while I was working in my workday for a teacher to tell me my daughter was not present? Not to mention, I called your attendance clerk. If you're an attendance clerk, what are you doing? When I'm asking you to go check for SAT, I'm having to count on my daughter peers to identify where my daughter is. You're ready to hit the gavel to let it be over with. Right. But what is your response to the fact that your faculty told me multiple times today, while my family is running crazy, afraid that my daughter is missing with all the sex trafficking and everything going on today, for my daughter to have only been in the school. This lady told me she went and physically looked with her eyes and told me my daughter was not there, only for another teacher to go back and circle back around and find that my student had been sitting there all alone. How would you have felt? Absolutely. I had to adjourn my work day. I lost money. Absolutely. Today, trying to look for my student for 4 long hours.
I appreciate it. The 3 minutes is up, and I appreciate
Child, I was over here getting hot because I was talking too. Whew! On my little fan. I bought a little handy dandy fan. Go ahead and do what you do. What? Are you kidding me? The way I would have responded. Bitch, you're not dropping no motherfucking. See, yeah, I wouldn't have been able to. My emotional intelligence in that moment wouldn't have been all there. I'd have been trying to. Are you really, again, that whole dismissing someone's point? Oh, I can't have you here. Fuck with my voice. That whole dismissing of someone's point, that would have pissed me all the fuck off. And I can't believe that lady did that. And I shout out to that black woman who got up there and said, hold up. We're gonna de-escalate this and let her speak, okay? Because right now you're the one causing the escalation of the behavior. You're not sitting. Oh, now you want to meet? Fuck you, bitch. I don't want to meet. Who do you report to? Yeah, the board reports to somebody. They report to the governor. You, the board of the system. The governor probably appoints your whole board or the local community of elected officials. Bitch, I will be raising a red flag. You need to be removed and heads need to be rolled. Trust me. Again, Google my name in Chicago. I understand the game when it comes to state, board of trustees, and state institutions. I know exactly how that works. Get these bitches off the roll. And my thing is, I'm not talking about a woman coming up there complaining about a general. She had a specific allegation of a serious issue. How are you going to tell? No, this is a training a red flag. How are we saying children are missing in a school when they're not? They're physically there. And your response to me is, you got 3 minutes, here's the gavel. No, bitch. We got 3 minutes, all right. And so that lack of concern, it just shows me that as a parent, you really got to be not only on your children, but you got to be on that school ass. You got to be in that school asking the questions, who, getting the names, who's doing what. And when you speak to them, you writing the time, 10:12. I spoke with Miss Foster regarding child's X, Y, and Z. You got to do all of that because when moments like this come, you right there. Well, I spoke to Miss Foster at 10:12 yesterday, and she told me the same thing. What's up? You have to. It's articulate. You're documenting. Fuck a receipt. You have a clear record and pattern of behavior. We got to start taking them down. And like I just saw in the chat, parents need to come rallying around parents. For real, for real. The other parents need to rally around now. Absolutely. Because it could have been anybody else's child. And that woman was just a little sweet woman. Lost money. I lost money. Lost money for a mistake that wasn't hers. Fuck out of here. Child, these boards be killing me. The large problem in the black community is men don't accept responsibility. My dad took me fishing and to baseball games. My dad was active in my education. Straight trash. Grand Prairie is a nice area, but they be on foolishness with people of color too. Not just money. She was probably so scared. Yeah, terrified. You know how sometimes at these jobs you gotta go again. All right, well I'm gonna have to write you up and dock your pay today, and then you go find out it's over some dumb shit. Wait, she was there because you know your daughter. You know, girl. You know I get in that ass. You better stay at school. So you're telling me my child ain't? Let me go figure this out. And then you got family shook, don't know what's going on. And now I'm at the board meeting. You telling me to be quiet? Not Roman. Y'all know I definitely would be sitting there. And it would have been a presentation. Everybody would have had a flyer about the whole entire situation. Here's a briefing of what I'm about to talk about. If you can just look at the top section right there, that's the image of the teacher I'm referring to. That's the principal of the school. And I just want to focus our attention really on what happened here, okay? Now, I have a timeline of everything that I know to be true, but I just want you to know. Oh, because the more information you put out to the public like that, even those intimate details, something catches on, a news reporter will, oh, what? And it becomes a topic. This trending. You got to fucking play the game. I would have been out there selling it. Her picture up there, the lady on the board, she'd have been up there. And if your picture's right there too, man. I didn't, nobody else's. The fuck you think you is? We really have to serve them justice the way they try to serve it back. You really do. And again, these boards, I know we be scared of boards. I'm the least person scared of a board. They don't have as much power as you think they have. And anybody can take down a board. Bitch, call me the board buster. Again, Google me and be quiet afterwards. Anybody can take down a board. Boards have this thing where they do business with the organization that they're supposed to manage. So when you start peeling back the layers, I guarantee you that lady has a contract with somebody in that school district. I guarantee you it's a kickback. And the first thing I would do when I go up there and look at that lady, I wonder where your bread is buttered. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you stick it to their asses. I don't give a fuck how veteran you were. If you I would stick it. Stick it hard too. I applaud the mother. She held her, and she was probably so nervous. Respectfully, fuck your gavel. Your minutes are up. You heard her 3 minutes. My blood was boiling. Okay. She was frantic because her child was noted as not present at school. So that means she's missing. Period. I don't understand the lack of care for children. My dad, please hit that like button too, y'all. Hit that like button for me. My dad taught the whole community to try to be better as men. How dismissive. Someone would be getting snatched. Straight trash. I was terrified every time the school bus was late. Got to be too much and drove them myself. A whole Blu-ray, a whole PowerPoint. You know how we do. A whole PowerPoint. If you could pay your attention to slide 2. Now here you're going to see the actual demographics of actually occurrences that are reported versus occurrences that aren't reported. And I want you to note the occurrences that aren't reported here. Because I think my child is one of those. Baby, I'd have been up there putting on the whole fucking show. Don't let me have enough lead time. Because I will have t-shirts too. Don't let me have enough lead time. We be in there having t-shirts on. Save our schools. Print everybody picture on the back. See, they don't like to be exposed. But when you're a public figure and you're on a board, baby, your picture is already out there. And what you do is already out there. I'm telling you, I'm a good board buster, baby. They don't like to see Roman coming. First thing I do is, can we get the finance team in here? Can we start looking at the contracts? Let me see who is working with what. And when you start doing that, you start realizing like, oh my God. So you own a shelter company that writes books. And then you're selling those books to the school district annually. And you're getting a kickback. And you're going to sit up here and tell me I only got 3 minutes? No, bitch. Let me tell you how many minutes you got. That's it's called ammo. Like I love to work with ammunition on a bitch. Let me shut up. I love it. Hey, Naries. What up, Naries? Good morning. A whole board buster. Okay. Roman said, baby, don't play with me. He said, if I got the lead time, what? I surely am. I'm putting on a whole show. And we having people up in there. It wouldn't have been empty like that. I'd have hit up several churches. I need y'all all to show up. Just show up. You ain't even got to know what it's about. It's going to be so laid out. You're going to already know. I ain't playing with y'all. Because I've done it before and I've seen how it works. And baby, people be scared. They started doing what you want, getting on the phone. We have a Mr. Jackson in the office. Yes. Can you see if you all can assist him? And you be sitting there like, thank you. Maybe the story of my life. What? Oh, my Chicago days were some of the best days of my life. Shout out to you. You know who you are. Would have put folks in the seats, baby. Okay. Yes, y'all. So that was our local news show for today. We talked about Audrey Hale. We talked about poor old baby Taylor Mosley. We talked about Amir Bird. And we talked about Caleb Randolph. Touched on a lot of different stories. I hope y'all enjoyed the commentary. I hope y'all enjoyed the content. Stay tuned. We done got through all of these pages of stories, so it's going to be some new stories that I'm sure that's going to come about that we're going to have to talk about and catch y'all up to. I know for one thing that I do want to talk about, and it'll probably be on next week's show, in politics, is of course the TikTok ban, but the transgender reading sessions in libraries. I want to talk about that. It's going to be very touchy. I want to talk about it because I feel a way, and I want to know how you all feel. I'm going to actually show you a clip of one of these actual events happening in a library where you have drag shows, where they're having an actual drag show in the library where one of the performers is actually teaching the children how to twerk during this reading session. And thank you for that. Thank you. That's right. Thank you. And I was shocked. I was very shocked. Now, all the trans women and all the drag queens I know looked at this same thing and said, that ain't some shit I would do. I don't know that ain't us. Okay. That's a whole nother fighting for their rights in the wrong fucking place. But yeah, now there are places in America where they are rolling out programs, and it's specifically for the summertime, where you have drag queens, and what they're trying to rename it as is burlesque performers. Now they're trying to remove the word drag queens and call it simply burlesque performers doing story times in the library. And what they're trying to do is cast both men and women, so it doesn't seem like it's a sexual situation. So we're going to talk about it because I feel a way about certain things and ways about other things, and I think we need to talk. I think it's time. It done boiled itself up. So I appreciate y'all for being here this morning. You have a good day too, Risa. King Roman, you're on my team. But understand, my daddy did a lot for Black people. We promote peace always. Absolutely. And again, I wish I was around my dad. Prayers to all the souls that was taken from the world. Would have put, okay? Risa, have a good weekend. You too, Risa. Hit the like, and y'all hit that like button for me, though. And great show. Thank you. And we're going to be back tomorrow in the morning for Wake and Breathe. We just go so we can chill and kick it. I was trying to figure out, do y'all want to do, y'all let me know in the chat, okay? Music-wise. Do y'all want to do pop? Do y'all want to do female rap, or do y'all want to go back to our soul and R&B? I was trying to figure out what vibe I wanted to give tomorrow. Did I want to do, because we haven't really did any pop, and I think a lot of us like pop music. Or do y'all want to go do female rap, because there's so much female rap talk going on now? Or y'all want to go soulful R&B? I'm a vibe for either or. Y'all let me know. You too, Tristan. You have a good day. Y'all let me know in the chat. And I really appreciate today's commentary. I really did. Topics were very sensitive in nature. We might as well. So topics were very sensitive in nature, but a couple of things we walked away from here is, one, how important it is to respect and try to understand and come from a calming place when it comes to your child and what they may be dealing with their sexuality. I know you're a parent. You're like, it's my child. I tell them what. Yeah, but you know, when in today's society, when we do that, when parents do that, we have situations like Audrey Hale. We have situations where that person then decides to solve their own situation the way they know how. And for her, it was reliving her own trauma, going back to the place where she uncovered her own sexuality. And I really wish she knew that there was resources out here. Audrey, girl, there were so many resources out here. So many resources for you, available to you. We also talked about the missing 2-year-old. And there I always want to stress the fact that if somebody don't want to be in a relationship with you, it is a billion and millions of people in this fucking planet. Go move on. It may take some more time, it may take some work, but trust me, it's worth it. Because if not, you're not fine. You're not forcing someone to be in love with you. They ain't gonna love you. You can't force me to love you. You can't force no one to like you. Now you got a whole hate relationship, so eventually you're gonna have to end up committing the crime or walking away. And it's sad. that a child has to be held in the middle of this shit. And then lastly, this whole protecting black men who do dumb shit. And I'm speaking about the Rainbow House situation. Don't ever let your child, grown man, any grown man, think that don't let them think that you think it's okay for them to get away with that behavior. Because if you let them do it one time, they're going to always think that shit is okay until you're involved. And now you got a whole host of people, job, reputation, damn near the whole fucking child care center going down in shambles because y'all let one little thing slip. See, it's that one time you let slip. Y'all should have been over his ass. Put his ass out. No, now y'all here. And do I feel bad? I don't. Because I'm sure there's a lot of victims, allegedly. But we'll see in due time. In due time, we'll see. And that's it, crew. That's all I have for us today. Like I said, we're going to be live tomorrow for Wake and Breathe. And I'm going to try to do it at 6:30 a.m. because now I don't have my little one. So I'm trying to be here early. But let me see what y'all say. What did y'all even put in kind of music y'all want? YouTube happy. Nobody have y'all. It's great live. Thank you. Soul it is. Soul it is. Let me do it. Show your chat. Thank you. Soul it is. All right, so we're gonna be soul and R&B tomorrow. So come with your requests, and we'll be live in the morning. I'm gonna drop the link towards the end, so if y'all want to chit chat about something. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all have Torres, you too. Y'all have a great rest of y'all day. I will see y'all out in these streets. And until next time, crew. Until next time. Deuces. Good morning. Thank you for being here this morning.
Let's go. Oh, let's start this show. King Roman News gonna come right through, gonna give you that news just like you know he can do. Hot topics in your face, baby. King Roman knows his place, baby. King Roman News. Good morning. 6:30 a.m. Eastern time, baby. He's gonna come right on time with the news just for you. Celebrity news, politics, and local news just for you. King Roman News. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Let's go. Hey, let's start this show. King Roman News, coming just for you. King Roman News, coming just for you. 6:30 a.m. Eastern time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. King Roman News, King Roman News. Let's go. Let's start this show.